So I got an email question from Zafer who wants to know if business is getting better and better, how come the goodwill on the balance sheet keeps going down? Hey there, everyone. I'm David C. Barnett, and you're tuned into Small Business and Deal Making, where we discuss buying, selling, and running privately owned businesses while managing risk. So if you're looking to make your own way in life by being a business owner, if you're looking to grow or exit the business you already have, you've come to the right place. So let me read Zafer's question for you. And he gives an example with numbers, and I'm going to kind of gloss over that because it's not really important for the question. But he says, in the beginning, a bad performing grocery store is bought for a relatively small amount of money, and most of that 20,000 was for the inventory and equipment. A very tiny amount was left over for goodwill. And he says now the business has improved sales, improved profitability, but every year the goodwill figure, that $3,000, keeps getting smaller and smaller. And he wants to know, why isn't the number getting bigger if the business is improving? So great question. And this has to do with some basic accounting rules. So I'm not a CPA or an accountant, but have spent my whole life working with stuff that they've produced. And so I've become very familiar with some of the things that they put together. And if you want to know something very basic about accountants, is that they are grilled in this notion of conservatism, and that you always want to err on the side of caution. And that means understating things instead of making exaggerated assumptions about what things are when they create financial statements. The purpose of financial statements is to report to the business's owners, who, if you think about bigger companies, are not generally the managers, to let the owners know what's going on in their business. So when it comes to goodwill, there's only one way that goodwill can end up on a company's balance sheet, and that's through a business acquisition. So I talk a lot on this channel about buying businesses, and I talk about tangible asset value, which may be different than the price paid for a business. So in a classic example I've talked about before, you buy a pizzeria for $100,000, and maybe there's $60,000 worth of stuff in the business: furniture, equipment, inventory, the ovens, etc. And so the difference between the two, where do you put that down? Because if you buy this business in an asset sale and the stuff is worth 60 grand, let's say, then you've got equipment on your new balance sheet for 60, but you paid 100. Where does the other 40 go? It goes into something called goodwill. So the accountant will create a line, an asset of your new business called goodwill. Now, what happens to that number depends on where you are in the world, but I've never heard of any jurisdiction where the number moves up. So it either stays where it is at the amount that you paid, or it moves down under a couple of circumstances. So in some jurisdictions, you can take that goodwill number and you can start depreciating it over the course of time, which means it shrinks little by little. And Zafer, it looks like this may be the case of where you live. The accountant is depreciating it little by little over time, which creates a depreciation expense, which could allow the business to then save on its taxes by having increased expenses. In other places in the world, it just stays where it is, unless management can make an argument to the accountants as to why the goodwill is actually impaired. So if you think about a situation where one company buys another, and then something goes wrong in that new business, and we have declining sales, declining profits, or losses, that would be like an argument as to why we need to write down this goodwill, because we thought we were buying something of value, the reputation, customer base, etc. And it turns out it's not valuable. And so in that case, maybe it gets written down over the course of time or under various rules. So when you're looking at a business, if you see goodwill on the balance sheet, it means that the business you're looking at one point in the past acquired a business itself. And that goodwill figure is what was paid for the goodwill, or what is remaining after it's been depreciated over the course of time. And when you acquire that business, if it's a deal that you do, then you could end up in your own business, your own corporation's balance sheet, with a goodwill figure related to the transaction that you do. That's basically it. So it's just an accounting thing. If you're going to be buying a business, I would highly recommend that you sign up for my course at businessbuyeradvantage.com. But one of the things that you're going to learn in that course is that you will need to have on your business acquisition team an accounting expert, a CPA, or whatever the designation is, wherever you happen to be, who's going to help you look over some of this stuff. And that kind of specific question is going to be a question that you're going to pose to them, and they're going to look into the details in the notes of the financial statements to uncover what may or may not be going on for that particular circumstance. Anyway, for those of you who are listening, thank you very much. I really appreciate having you. Remember to hit the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. Head over to davidcbarnettlist.com if you haven't already. You can sign up and choose which category of interest you have. And I send out emails every day to the people who've selected the various topics that I'm talking about. And with that, we'll see you later. I love you very much, and we'll see you next time.